In our busy, demanding world, trying to find just a moment of peace can feel, well, almost impossible. But what if it's actually closer than we think? Today, we're going to explore a really simple, gentle path to finding that calm, not just in the quiet moments, but right in the middle of our daily chaos. This really gets to the heart of a hidden source of our daily stress, doesn't it? It's that constant nagging feeling that we have to prove we're good enough at work, with our families, even just to ourselves. It's like we're on this performance treadmill, and honestly, it's exhausting. So, let's start right there with this constant search for worth. Because, understanding the real root of our anxiety is always the very first step toward finding any kind of real peace. This need to prove ourselves, it basically turns every single day into a kind of tightrope walk. We're always performing, always worried we're going to fall, and it just drains us. But here's a thought. What if we didn't have to walk that tightrope at all? What if our value wasn't something up there that we had to earn? Just let that question sink in for a minute. The idea that our worth isn't something we have to chase down, but something we already have. Honestly, this one little shift in how we see things, it can change absolutely everything. It's the key to finding a new, much more stable foundation to stand on. And that leads us right into this new foundation. I mean, if we're not building our lives on the shaky ground of our performance, what's the alternative? Well, the source material offers this really powerful idea, a foundation that's built on grace. So what in the world is boundless grace? Okay, think of it this way. It's a sense of worth that has nothing to do with your successes or your failures. It's not something you earn through your own hard work. It's just freely given. The whole shift is moving from achieving your value to simply accepting it. And here you can see the two paths so clearly. On one side, you have the struggle of performance. It's like you're constantly stacking these wobbly stones, just hoping the whole thing doesn't fall over. It is demanding and it is exhausting. But then you look at the other side. You see worth that comes from grace. It's not something you build. It's something you stand on. It's secure, it's stable, it's a gift. It's not something you have to maintain. It's something that maintains you. Wow. This quote just brings this massive cosmic idea down to a deeply personal level. The idea here is that the very same force that holds the entire universe together is also holding you and holding you close. It completely reframes our value. It's not about what we accomplish, but something that's just part of our very being. I love these metaphors because they make this idea so tangible, so real. This foundation of grace isn't just a nice thought for a rainy day. It's meant to be as real and as reliable as the actual ground beneath our feet and the air we breathe. It's what keeps us going. So all this brings us to our final section, and it's a big one. How do we actually take this new foundation and integrate it into our daily lives? How do we make it our rhythm? This framework gives us a great way to think about bringing this peace into our lives. See, it starts deep inside with our core motivations. That's the beat of our heart. From there, it starts to shape how we communicate, right? The melody of our words, what we say to ourselves and to other people. And then finally, this inner reality flows outward, changing the rhythm of our actions and how we actually live out our day. So how do we actually live this out? Well, it means that when you feel stressed out or like you're not enough, you consciously choose to rely on this grace, not just your own limited strength. It's about really letting that truth, that you are treasured, sink in deep. You can even imagine love as the horizon you're always walking towards. Suddenly, your purpose isn't about proving yourself anymore. It's just about walking in that direction, starting from a place of real security. Let's just pause on this question for a second. I mean, really, how would your day change? Think about your stressful morning commute, or that difficult conversation you have to have at work. How would you interact with your family tonight? Just imagine the freedom of moving through your day, not looking for validation, but starting with it. So as we start to wrap this up, where does this whole journey leave us? Let's bring it all together now with one final reflective thought. And this right here is the heart of it all. Finding our peace isn't about escaping the world, but about finding our true home right here within it. It's about discovering a purpose that's rooted in love and a joy that our circumstances just can't shake. This is that deep, lasting peace we've all been searching for. And so I'll just leave you with this. This isn't just information, it's really an invitation. An invitation to apply this truth to the real-life corners of your own heart. So maybe take a moment today and just ask yourself, Where do I need this peace the most? Thank you so much for exploring this with me.